Hello everyone and welcome. I am Hedi. I am game developer and today we're gonna make a simple game in Godot Engine. So let's open up the editor right here. I've created a project right here, but I'm going to make a new project. That's going to be simple game. Yeah, gonna look at this under Godot projects right here. Under okay, that's it. So let's actually save this folder here, create a folder, and yeah, we are ready. We are done. So let's open up the project right here, and yeah, that's what we will see when we first open up the editor. So if you're like beginner in Godot Engine, don't worry, I will try to cover these simple things for you. So let's start by the user interface here. As you can see here, we have this the scene tab here that says create root node, sorry, and yeah, so we have 2D scene, 3D scene, user interface, other node options. Just go down and see this by yourself. But again, this is Godot Engine is based on what is called a node, and the node is what makes a scene, and actually the player scene instance is considered a node uh, under the level scene. Yeah, that's it. So well, that's what I know. Please, if you find this not well explained, or maybe I am wrong, maybe I made some mistakes, please let me know in the comments below. And if you are like familiar with Unreal Engine or Unity game engine, then think of a scene as, for Unreal users, as a class maybe, a blueprint class maybe, or a C++ class, and a node is actually a component. Yeah, that's it. A component of the scene or the class. So let's start by making a level. So we're gonna make a simple floor, and to do so we're gonna go ahead to the 3D scene here, and this will provide us with this. Now this is actually what's called a spatial node, and spatial node is, you can say that it's an empty object. It has nothing on it, just a transform, some matrix here, visibility, whatever. So let's rename this to level, and let's hit Ctrl A to add a child node. The child node reason for the reason I am saying this is actually because this is actually a scene root. In other words, this is root for our scene, and anything underneath it is going to be a child. So we're gonna hit the plus sign, or as I said before, you can right click, add child node, or hit Ctrl A. Gonna add a static body. Now a static body is to define, like, for example, a floor is not affected by physics, right? So but in reality it should be a physical object. Now, as I said before in a previous video I made about game engines, now game engine is made up of many engines, that a rendering engine, a physics engine, and the physics engine is going to keep track of collision simulation and other stuff, and it's going to look for the static body right here. So by doing so, you will tell, alright, the engine, alright, okay, Godot Engine, I made this as a static body, so this has a collision shape, and this actually should interact physically with other objects. So yeah, that's it. Now, static body is not going to move at all. It's actually static, as the name says, as the name tells, and is just going to stand there. So let's actually add a collision shape, and that's going to allow us to collide with other objects. Now let's assign a box shape for this, and we need actually a mesh instance, so that we will have a nice representation of a visual representation of our floor. That's actually rendered by the rendering engine, sorry. And if you don't know what a mesh is, it's actually, in the most simple words, it's a 3D shape made up of polygons and that cool stuff. Now under mesh here, we're gonna assign a cube mesh, and if you don't like this color, we can go ahead to the material here, and the material is what is going to define the appearance of our mesh. So under new special material here, we're gonna, and special material is that material that has some pre-made settings for you, so that you will not spend your whole age making shaders, complicated shaders that you don't really want to deal with. So we're gonna change the albedo color, and the albedo color is the color of parts of the mesh being affected by light. So I've changed mine to red, but I don't really like red. I don't think this would go nicely, so we're gonna make this kind of gray. Yeah, nice. And well, let's make this a little bit so that we'll see the shadows in a later point. Now we're gonna rename this to floor, and we're gonna scale this by hitting R, or if you want to be precise, you can go ahead to the snap tool. Sorry, I don't know why doesn't it work. I'm gonna configure this later, but if you want to be precise enough, then go ahead to the transform here and change the scale from there. I'm going to 10 by the X, hit tab to switch to the other case, and I'm gonna say 100 on the Z axis. Let's hit W to try to switch to the move mode. Yeah, and there you have it, a nice floor. But this kind of doesn't have a player in the scene here. We don't have a player in our level, so we're gonna create a player scene. But before we do that, we're gonna save this. We're gonna create a new folder by right click or Control N R2, and then this an alternative way to do it. So go ahead and name this folder to scenes, and let's save this. Now another player here, we're gonna make a kinematic body, and kinematic body is another type of physical bodies that is going to be moved by code. We're gonna code this so that it will have a physical behavior. Yeah, nice. And you're gonna add a collision shape for this, and assign the box for this. Our player will be a cube actually. Let's actually say player, move this to player, and yeah, mesh instance is the cube, right? And we're gonna change the color of this so that this will be kind of red, maybe. Okay, then stick around with the red here. Gonna save this under scenes folder, and yeah, nice. Now we need a camera, so we're gonna put camera here, and yeah, that's going to be a camera. Let's actually move this. No, like why this is behaving like this? Well, okay, I'm sorry. Just go ahead, drag it on the z-axis. Make sure you're not doing this. Enable snapping if you want. Gonna move it like so. Here, here, and here. Yeah, nice. So that's it for now. We have set up our project. In the next episode we're gonna see how to make an instance of the player here, so that it will be present in our level, and we're gonna see how to make the player move. So thank you for watching. See you the next time.